Are you trying to buy a home, but you need to sell your home first? We're covering 7 ways to buy and sell a home at the same time. Hoorah! Thanks for checking out the channel. I'm Eric Hudson with Keller Williams Realty here in Las Vegas and a retired Air Force officer. My team and I get calls, texts, emails every day from people like you looking to make that move to Las Vegas, and hey, we love it. We will work our butts off days, nights, and weekends. It doesn't matter. We got your back, and we put out videos every week teaching you everything you want to know about living, working, and playing in beautiful Sin City, aka Las Vegas. So subscribe below and hit that bell icon for notifications so you are the first in the know when we have a new video out teaching you everything you need to know about living in Las Vegas. The first and most common thing people think is to make a contingent offer on the sale of your current home. The way it works is you make an offer on the home that you want to buy, but you're saying you won't actually buy the home unless you can sell your current home. Honestly, only works well if we're in a buyer's market and the sellers are willing to accept this. In the market we're in now, this generally isn't working, so we need to move on to some better options. Now, think about it. You have a house. It's a hot market. You want to move that house fast before something happens. Can you imagine if you were in May of last year and somebody did that to you and it sat on the market for a few months and now it's worth 30 less? You think the person's going to come back and go like, hey, I know you're waiting for me to sell my house and everything. Yeah, I noticed the prices went down. Can we renegotiate that? And that's what the sellers are afraid of. Your second option is to sell the home first and then negotiate a rent back from the buyer that purchased the house for up to 2 months. This gives you enough time to buy the next house. You have added flexibility and the time to sell your home. You can search for and close on a new home, and you don't have to worry about getting that old home sold because it's already been sold. Now, you might get some of that rent back free, or you might have to pay some or all of the rent back, especially, whatever that person's new payment is going to be. Now, I've seen this a lot of times when people need a rent back. They say the same thing. Why would I rent my house? I hate to be the one to tell you, it's no longer your house. Would you pay a mortgage of $3,000 and let someone live there for free for 2 months? Don't expect anyone else. The day you go and you sign and you get that check through escrow, it's no longer your house. Get over it. And as far as trying to negotiate rent, well, I'd only like to pay. I've seen people try and negotiate a rent for less than they're currently paying in their present mortgage, let alone with the new person. Well, I only think I should have to pay $40. It's my house. Why should I have to rent? It's not your house. That day, it becomes someone else's house. You are renting from them for 2 months so you can go and find your dream home. Now, this all depends on what you can negotiate with the buyer. Sometimes they will let you stay for free. I've seen it happen. I've seen people give sweetheart deals because everyone was nice in the transaction. One of the important things about being nice. The third option is to stay in a short-term rental for after you sell. And you'll have to stay there until you close on your next house. Sometimes, even if you were to close and you had someone to accept that deal, you may still have to do a short-term rental. And the reason being, let's say certain types of loans, like the VA loan, you have to reestablish your benefit. It can take 3 to 5 days to reestablish your benefit. So you close that Monday, you may not be able to close until Friday. If you didn't negotiate something, you're out. And by the way, there is no, I don't know. It's like the worst advice people get seem to come from realtors. I literally had a person tell me they're supposed to be able to stay in the house for 3 days after they close. And they've got a realtor relative out in Florida who assured them that that is the normal procedure. I don't know, maybe in Florida it is. Here in Nevada, it's not in no part of the country that I know of, but yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. You have to negotiate these things with the buyer because it is then their home. Now, with either the rent back or short-term rental option, you actually have the time to find the home while you're selling your existing home to get an escrow with, and then close on the new home shortly after you sell the new home. You just need to wait to close until your current home has sold. This allows you to sell your home, unlock the equity, then close on your next home. The downside is you need to move your belongings into storage for that period of time, especially if you take a short-term rental. This method brings us to the fourth option, which uses a similar strategy to finding your new home. Getting into contract on that, and while under contract to sell your existing home, and that is a double close. Basically, you simply close escrow at the same day, usually using the same escrow company for both the homes you're selling and buying. With the right escrow company or title company, you can do this. However, everything has to go perfectly on both sides of the escrow to make this happen. This is one of the reasons you want to use the same escrow company. That's because they can marry up the closing of this home with this and actually like transfer funds directly, and that actually facilitates the process. Now, this brings up a few other options that do carry some costs and extra paperwork, but can make the whole process a little less stressful. The first of these is to obtain a bridge loan. So a bridge loan is where you get a second mortgage for most of what you need for the down payment to go purchase on a new home. Then you sell your existing home and you refinance all that into the new mortgage. This allows you to buy a new home, move into that home, and then work on selling the original home. Now, the complication here is, of course, is you're paying two mortgages at one time. Sometimes difficult for folks to qualify for two mortgages at once, and there are certain costs associated with this. Now, I do know of a few lenders who have programs for this. In one of them, they actually buy the first home or the home you're trying to move into, giving you time to sell your house. You buy it from them at the price or with a little bit of a VIG in there. I think that's a gambling term, like for bookies, VIG. For them to now sell you that home, which means you get to move straight out of the first home into the second home. You don't have any pressure other than making sure you make your house sellable. And that's one of the reasons people don't want to do it, because your house is worth $850, but you want $9, and they're tying up their house. They don't want to do that stuff. Just much easier this way. The second option, using financing, is to make the move easier, is to pull out a home equity line of credit or a HELOC on your existing home. If you have sufficient equity, you can have the equity put down as the down payment for the replacement home. However, again, you're having to qualify for two mortgages at the same time. The next option, which I find often is the best for a lot of folks, is a home trade-in program. And I have access to those, like I said before. Allows you to buy before you sell. So what happens is you qualify for a program through this home trading partnership that I work with. I actually have a few of them. They unlock everything through equity in your existing home, so you can buy the new home, or in the case of the one I discussed before, they actually purchase the home, and then you go purchase your replacement home first, then you turn around and sell your existing home. You don't have to carry two mortgages at once. You can get a rent back. They can even couple it with a cash offer program to turn you from a finance purchaser into a cash offer buyer, which makes your offer extremely competitive. Who doesn't want cash, especially at full price? And you can get your home quickly with fairly low fees. An eighth way is to actually not sell your home at all. You could buy a second home, rent out the existing home, and you can count 75% of the rental income towards your income, helping you qualify for that second mortgage. And you can start building additional wealth through real estate. So if any of these options sound good to you, just reach out and we can see how we can make this work for you. Work out all the figures, pencil it out, and see if it makes sense. And I look forward to helping you purchase your next dream home. We would really love for you to join us here in Las Vegas. So keep in mind, we help relocation or PCS to Las Vegas. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're happy to help make this a smooth move as possible to Las Vegas. Be sure to hit that subscribe below and be the first to learn about current market conditions here in Las Vegas. We put out videos every week. The intent is to help you learn everything you want to know, the good, the bad, the ugly of living in Sin City. So if you'll be so kind, shoot us a comment. Let us know if there are any questions you have or any videos you would love for me to make. Also, hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm put our information out there with our content for other people just like you looking to make that move to Las Vegas. It helps so much. All right, that's it for the day, and we'll keep the lights on for you.